Hello, 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 I am live on stream. How is everyone doing? Let me adjust my music levels. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Oh, hello everybody. How you doing? This is a surprise for people. It's been a while since I've had a lazy stream. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing fine? Oh, snap. I forgot to lock the door. Hang on. Okay, I locked the door. I have to lock the door in my house because there are like a lot of people living in this house and privacy is not an option sometimes. They'll just like open the door and come in, hey, what's up? And that's not great. hey Luminovi. Yeah, it's a lazy stream today. It's been a while since I did one of these because we've been doing the story time stuff and that's been fun, but I just feel like I want to do a lazy stream to talk about stuff, mostly because like the last time we had a stream and we were talking at the end of it, we were talking about like how a lot of my videos are accidental, and I thought, man, a lot of my videos really are accidental. And I started feeling nostalgic, and so I would go back, take a look at all my old stuff, and recount how they happened and how I got to where I am today. I thought that might be interesting. What's with the white cupcake beside Richard? Oh, the white cupcake. That's not a cupcake. That's a muffin. That's the Mr. Muffin from Tom Scar's S-Duff movie. Yeah. I thought it would make sense. It will make sense eventually, I guess. As I talk about my old videos. It's a suicidal muffin. It's a muffin that sings the songs like let me see if I can find. No, I can't really play it. I should play it. It goes like I should play it. Let me try and find it. All right, Tom Ska, Mr. Muffin. All right, there's this muffin that likes to say that likes to say I wanna die. Please, will you eat me? I wanna die. Yeah, the S-Duff movie cupcake came before Real Shoe, by the way. So technically, the muffin got a real shoe. Hey hello Tiedic. Nice of you to come in. Today's not a writing stream, by the way. Today's just a lady stream. Okay, before I start, I have a little complaint that I want to do, and it's that the web browser I usually use, which is which I usually use for streaming, which is MotorFox, recently added an update that makes the if you didn't like put your mouse over it, it becomes blur. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. This is gonna be weird. You're gonna see a stream within a stream. Hang on. Can I up? All right, I don't know if you can see it actually. So it has this like blur effect where if the mouse is not hovering over something, it doesn't focus. I don't know if it's showing on stream, but it's really yeah, it's showing on stream. Okay, but it's really annoying because that means right, every time I want to read the chat, I have to like move my mouse over the chat to get to be able to read it. So every time a chat pops up, I have to move my mouse over it. It's really annoying. a lot of softwares are doing this nowadays, and it's really pissing me off. I don't know how to turn it off. So if anyone in the chat knows how to turn this off, please tell me. I hate it so much. Okay, today we're going through all my old videos, and I'm gonna explain like how I got to them, because I thought that would be a nice little change of pace for a live stream. And then next week we'll go back to story time live stream, because today is just something I want to do for fun, for my own nostalgia. All right, let's go. Oh Jesus. Okay. So, for those who don't know, my channel started out as a vlog channel. I was doing it because I was inspired by Tomska's vlog channel, monthly vlog channel called Last Month and Last Week. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'll just do a little vlog channel. T-Addict, did you just call Illuminati Mortal? Greetings, Mortal. That's I see you've leveled up yourself. Welcome to the Immortal Club. Wait, why am I saying it like I am immortal? Yeah, but yeah, so it used to be a vlog channel. I used to do a vlog, like I did 3 vlog for like 3 months, and they were quite fun. And yeah, that's why Mr. Muffin is here, because the vlog channel was like inspired by Tomska. I thought it would be fun to just put Mr. Muffin up here. Tom actually replied to my tweet when I first shared this video, especially, and actually gave me feedback on how to like make it better. So thanks, Tom. You were really, really cool. I wish I knew you more, because I'm not cool enough. Yeah, and this is actually how my channel started. And by the time I got to this video, the time I got shot, I was actually having a mental health episode. It was quite bad, and I ended up filming my own mental health episode by accident, because like I was doing a vlog and then I had the mental health episode, and because of that I had footage of me having a mental breakdown, just by circumstance more than anything. And so I ended up making the first documentary in this channel. This is my normal. Again, completely by accident. Like I said, every single video in my channel is by accident. Oh, hello Brighton. Yeah, it's a Ryoshu plushie. Ryoshu plushie plus a Mr. Muffin plushie. They are live. I know people can't tell, but it is live. I've been thinking of getting like some little like animatronics or some like moving diorama for Ryoshu, so that people can actually tell it's live. But then I get lazy. This stream is like once every 2-3 weeks, man. There is minimum effect on it. I don't know. I'll probably get to it. Let's be honest, just for fun. So yeah, I feel my own mental health, and then this channel was supposed to be like about fun little stuff or weird things that I just wanted to talk about, like my aphantasia, my vexillology, little vexillology loves and likes. Oh, I used to be centered on the camera. That's weird, man. Now it is weird. That's a weird thing to be. I used to be centered on the camera. Yeah. So, alright, by the way, this video, Singapore's Bad Flag, a lot of Singaporeans got angry at this video because they said I messed up the flag by making it do this weird vertical thing. That is the actual vertical design for our flag, by the way. So it's just a bunch of people who don't know flags. What's my favorite video on my channel? Oh, I do have one. I will get to it eventually, but I do have one. I tend to go through all my videos today just to give a breakdown. But once I get to my favorite video, I will talk a lot about it. Alright, and okay, so at this point, my video is just kind of I'm doing whatever normal YouTuber stuff, and then boom, we got to Trains Killing Pangolin, and things got weird. This is when my channel's propensity for just accidental horrors came about. On the opposite side, what is my most hated video? Oh, my most hated video. Okay, the video I regret the most is this. And AI made this. This is the video I regret making the most because it was just a for fun video. Like, I had a chat generator come out with a couple of scripts, but this was before I knew how AI works. Like, before I knew how Gen AI works, so I didn't know how the environmental impact that it did. And I didn't like doing it. I don't remove my videos generally unless I get very bad, unless something really bad happens. So I keep it up even though I don't like it. And this is my most hated video on my own channel. I am not very proud of this one, to be honest. So the fact that at the start of my channel's life, this was one of my more popular videos for my tiny channel, really pissed me off, by the way. But anyway, yeah, Trains Killing Pangolins. This one, oh, this was oh man, what kind of gag was I doing at the start of this? Yeah, you can see that I'm like trying to find my lighting and everything, how I stand, on all my opening gags. It was during the early days of AI, right? It makes sense to toy around with it then, since everyone was way less cautious. Yeah, it was during the real early days of AI, and nobody really knew how it worked. And after I put out that video, I started like researching how it works, and I got, oh my god, this is terrible, this is really bad. And then I stopped using it. Yeah. So oh yeah, back then I was doing intro music. I was doing intro musics. Man, I was really finding my footing back then. Okay, Trains Killing Pangolin came about. Sorry, I forgot about this gag.
Before I start, I just need to clarify one thing. I like trains.
I forgot about this gag. Okay. I have some good comedy instincts back then, I guess. There's a lot of Tom Scar reference today. This is mostly by accident. But yeah, so the reason this video came out was because I was hanging out with a friend of mine who was moving away to Australia, and we were having a going away party, and we were just talking. I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm now doing this YouTube. I'm trying out this YouTube thing. It's like, and he told me that, oh, then this might interest you. And he shared with me that his someone he knows worked on this study that I'm quoting here for analyzing the damage that building a train in this nature reserve would do. And I just went, what? Why would we do this? Why are we killing animals by the scores for a train station that we might not use? And he's like, and he told me, yeah, my friend is really worried about this, but they can't get any traffic on people understanding or knowing about it. And I just like, I think I had like a few weeks before the the train comes out. So it was a really rush job, this video, but it was my first accidental investigation research video where I was like, okay, I'm gonna read into this and I'm gonna make a video about it, and I did. And yeah, this is how this video came about, completely by accident, because my friend told me something that I just went, what? Why are we doing this? Right? Illuminati, I like buses more. You can see the scenery. I like trains more because I get bus sick. I get car sick and bus sick, so I can't really read or do anything on buses. I just have to sit there. I prefer bus over cars, 100%. But I do prefer... Oh, I just realized you're doing a Limbus joke. God damn it. The muffin plushie keeps on making more and more sense. Yeah, the muffin plushie, I got it from Tomska when he did the what's that, the Muffin Time game, a board game. I bought it and I kickstarted it at a slightly high level, so I can specifically get the plushie for fun. But yeah, so this is how Trains Killing Pangolin came about. Completely by accident, in a very short amount of time. And this is why last week when I was like talking about how, not last week, last stream when I was talking about how all my videos are accident, this is where it started. Trains Killing Pangolin. Money Stupid is something that I was already working on before I started Trains and Pangolin, so this is like in production. Money is Fake came before Trains and Pangolin, and this one is just didn't make sense here. And then we got to my second documentary, Comfortable in Skin, another thing I was working on for a long time that I wanted to do. And Singapore's discriminatory marriage law is just something I found out accidentally while making Comfortable in Skin, and that's I guess it's accidental, right? So by this point, one accidental research video, and a little of some other maybe accidental stuff, but I still haven't gotten to the point where my channel is filled with accidental research into terrible things. At Illuminati, I like watching the scenery on the bus while I'm mostly forced to use my phone when I'm on the train. Yeah, I do like watching sceneries, but because I'm such a night owl, actually I do like night scenery. I was thinking like, do I watch the scenery outside the bus? I do. I like people watching when I'm traveling. I like to watch like people doing stuff. So sceneries are fine, I think. But people watching is where the fun thing happens for me when I'm traveling, because I find people interesting to watch. I do like scenery sometimes as well. Oh, by the way, Illuminati, I watched Epic the musical. It was really good. I will talk a little bit more about it later. Hi, Kazim. Nice to see you. Are you new? You're new. I don't recognize the name, so you must be new. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to stay and chill while I talk stuff. You also watch AVA? Oh, I watch AVA. Yeah, AVA is good, right? Yeah, AVA has to be good. How to solve the trolley problem was my first attempt to do some philosophy stuff, and then this bench hates you. The benches video was a very hang on, let me put this so that we get no, that's not right. No, I want to open my link in new tab. That's annoying. No, that's not what I want to do. Waterfox news update sucks. Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna. Alright, this bench hates you. The reason I made this was because I was looking, I'm trying to remember, I was looking into something else. So this was one of the accidental videos where I was looking into a completely different story that didn't end up being made. And I stumbled into, where's that footage? This documentary. This is How We Became Homeless in Singapore documentary, and I decided to make this video. So this isn't a deep dive research, but I was looking through like the comment section of some of the videos, and it was like there was a lot of like misconception about homelessness, and I thought, oh, I should make a video about this, and this is how this video came about. Kazim, first YouTuber to pronounce my name correctly. Really, I would expect more people to, because there's 2 A's, so it's Kazim, right? I think it's because I think it's because I live in like a Southeast Asian country, so our outside name is we pronounce a lot of names, so we tend to pronounce things correctly more often. So yeah, this is how the bench video, kind of accidental, not fully researched yet. So at this point, you're starting to see like how my channel is starting to hit. And then Confession of an Ex-Incel. This one was just something that I wanted to do again. Same with the leaving an incel culture. That's just an end note. And then Suffering is Unnecessary. This is also my time at philosophy video. So at this point, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13 videos in. That's a year I've been doing this, and I'm getting into the groove. You can tell that I'm slowly understanding what my channel does. And sorry, I'm gonna drink some water. Hydrate, everybody. Yeah, my friend who does streaming always gets like hydration messages, and I'm like, why do you need message to hydrate? And now that I stream every now and then, I was like, okay, you need messages to hydrate. And then the Abuse video come out. Abuse was my first time working with someone else, which was Obelisk, the comics artist, and it was I did this video because I wanted to talk about abuse, about the impact of abuse, but my history with abuse is very different from a lot of people who goes through abuse. Not that it's worse or better, it's just different. And so I needed a more, I wouldn't want to say normal, but a more relatable person who has went through this, which is why I asked Obelisk to do this like interview with me. She's voiced by my friend Marie Howell, who is going to be who constantly comes up in my video because they help me out with a lot of my stuff. And I also got to show off like some art skills here. Vector drawing is like the only kind of art that I can kind of do decently. So I got to show off a bit. I don't often get to do this, so it was kind of fun. Yeah, but that's how the abuse video came about. I was expecting more accidental research in the first year, but there's not much. There's only the pangolin video and maybe the bench video. And then this is definitely when it started, where I'm like just going about my life, and stories came into my purview, and stuff just happened, right? Legendary Crime Watch video. I didn't watch Crime Watch when I was growing up, by the way. I didn't like it. I think it's just a me thing. But yeah, Legendary Crime Watch. Coffee and Death Penalty is I was what was I doing? But I remember this was accidental. I was having a gout attack, by the way, so that's why I'm sitting down and you can see the table that I usually not have it. Kazim and Luminovi playing a West Waldo in the chat. Alright, let's see. Where was I? I can't miss. Alright, yeah. This happened when this guy, my political arch nemesis, I guess, Shanmugam, he went to a UN conference, I think, and on stage he said that marijuana use is incredibly deadly and whatever, all the fake marijuana news stuff. And I went, oh no, that's lies. Should I look into it? Yeah, right. And then stuff started. Aiden, can I guess your country, Kazim? Kazim Rashid. Let me see. Oh, you have clues. It snows in the winter. Winter is October to December season. For a country that doesn't snow in the winter is... Wait, if it snows, that means it should be north up. Further up north. Hang on, I'm gonna detour away from explaining my video for a while so I can do this, because I saw the chat and now my brain has locked in. Okay. It's further north up. North up. It has to snow, so it has to be further up north. Let's see. Past India. What's past India? It's in Asia. Past India in Asia. Mongolia? No, Kazim is Arabic name? I have no idea, man. If it's in Asia, I'm just gonna wait, let me bring up a map of the world. Oh, is it Russia? No, is Russia in Asia? Asia is... It's a Muslim name. So, is it Uyghur in China? All right, let's see. Okay, I'm doing GeoGuess. Hey, all right. Hey, this is not what I want. I just want a map. Open image. There we go. All right, it's in Asia. Let's do this. We can do this. Kazim Dad, the streamer that docs himself. Everybody knows where I am. I am in Singapore. Everyone knows that. All right, it's in Asia. A Muslim name: Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar. This is gonna be the area. So it's one of these. It's actually very hard. Mongolia? Hey, Chiron. We're not doing story time today, Chiron. I hope you don't mind. We were going through my old videos and I'm explaining like how they came about, but Kazim tried get me to find out where he's from, and now we're just playing GeoGuessr for a while. Okay, Mongolia is not. First guess. In Asia. Pakistan? I know Pakistan is a Muslim population. Pakistan. Okay, I'm gonna give my country 8 my part of country. Your country 8 a part of country. Okay, I'm gonna do all 3 of my last guess in a row. All right. Your country 8 a part. All right. Is it? Okay, winter cuts off around here. It cuts off around here. So anywhere above Bangladesh will have a winter. So I'm gonna say, okay, my 3 guesses. Bangladesh, Kazakhstan, or Afghanistan? Is it one of these? Bangladesh, Kazakhstan, or Afghanistan? No. Damn it. Okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but that's what else? Now I got it. Has to be somewhere here, right? Because it has winter. It's up to you, Kazim, because you are sort of doxing yourself. So please don't feel free to say it. By the way, my name is on the map. I have a Gulf name called Gulf of Aden. See, it's right here. Oh, can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, right here, right below Yemen, Gulf of Aden. It's India. It is India. Oh right, India is northern India. Northern India have. Oh, you said it's close to Pakistan. Oh, damn it. All right. Okay. I like how easy it was to derail the stream for it. Damn it. This happened again. The last stream, I was gonna end at 11 p.m. and Illuminati just like asked me a couple of questions, and I ended up doing it until like 11:30, and I was so thirsty the whole stream. I have the attention span of like, I don't know, a guppy. Kashmir in India. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, Kazim, that's cool. Let me see. I can search Kashmir. Yeah, just to show some love for Kashmir. Oh, it is really nice, by the way. I have seen some of the photos of like the valleys of Kashmir. Right. Next to Pakistan, ate a bit of it. It's a union territory as well. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Cool as in it's like it's a cool place. The history, the India-Pakistan dispute, not as cool. That one's, I'm very sorry about that. Yeah. Gulf of Aden is named after a little town called Aden that's like right here. I'm not named after that place. My name came because I wanted to give myself a English name. I wanted to call myself Adam after Adam Park, the Power Ranger. But then I thought that was too basic because I was 13 years old and I decided to switch some letters around. And only afterwards that I realized that Aden was taken by some town. And that's how my name came about. Really stupid. Pakistan and China also ate parts of it. Yeah, that Kashmir has been taken. Bites have been taken up on it by other country. It is not great. The world isn't great. I think that's like how my channel is. Karan, I've been more comfortable with writing now that I've been writing character descriptions. Good. I hope the more we talk about writing, the more it helps you, by the way. Granted, I die inside when I hear my VA. Your voice acting? Voice acting is hard. It took me a long time before I could like separate my own voices. Alright, I'm back on my video on what this live stream is about. Okay. So the reason that really got to me is let me see. I'm not sure if I put it in. Alright, there was an advertisement, quote unquote advertisement, that I saw on Facebook back then that was about cannabis use in Singapore, and it quoted a bunch of lies from a bunch of false report. I think it's here. Right here. This is this screenshot. This screenshot, CMB Joffrey SG, this one quoted a bunch of lies. I saw this and I went, okay, I need to debunk this because this is huge as a pile of lies, just straight up lies, right? And that's how this video about coffee and death penalty began. Like, I wasn't intending on making a video about this. I didn't want to make a video about this. And then I saw this and I went, I have to make a video about this. Because I have like this tiny platform and I thought I need to talk about it even on my tiny platform. If even one person can change their mind on it, I will be very, very happy. So this is one of the starts of my accidental research YouTube journey. Is right here, where stuff happens to me and I just roll with it. Okay. All right. That's coffee and death penalty done. All right. I am quite proud of it. I wish I wasn't having my gout and I had to sit down because the framing looks kind of ugly, but I'm very proud of the script, by the way. Place your bet. How soon will we derail the stream again? Please don't. I planned for this stream to be 2 hours, but if you derailed, I don't think I'm even like halfway done. I will die. Carol, I think my VAing is acceptable for a solo project when I'm the only one voice actor, but I just don't like hearing my natural voice or my fanboy voice. I have a fanboy voice as well, by the way. I just don't do it often. It takes a while for people to like hearing their voice. Because it always sounds weird. It always doesn't sound like you because your voice echoes inside your own skull when you're talking. So it always sounds deeper than it actually is. Sorry, I'm hydrating. So yeah, your voice always sounds deeper than it actually is. So when you hear it, it doesn't sound like it's your voice. It's a very common, it's a well-known phenomenon. And it is how it's because of the echo, right? When you hear it, it becomes deeper. So for me, the voice I hear in my head will sound more like, it will sound slightly like this. It will sound a bit deeper. You sound more manly. So when I hear my own voice, I think like, oh, that's not me, that's someone else, right? Yeah, but it takes a while. If you're not comfortable with your own voice acting, and if you don't mind, right, there's a lot of like voice acting forums and subreddits where people are willing to do voice acting for free, especially for like indie project. I'm on a couple of them, so if I ever see a project that I like, I do like offer my voices because I can do voices. I can sometimes make cool voices, but I don't often do it for my video for obvious reason, right? Time zones, maps and other fake things. This is just a reply to the situation in Israel-Palestine. I felt like I had to talk about it because of my channel stuff. Okay, wait, before I get to Rob voices on the neurodivergent, how cults recruit. This means that I skipped over the other video in my channel that many of you might not have seen, which is let me see, which is the disconnect video, the very first disconnect video, because that video is banned in Singapore. That's why it's not loading. It should be, let me check where it would be in this. Where would it be in my channels lineup? Hang on, I'm checking my Creator Studio to see where it is. Loading. It would be it would be right after suffering. Oh my god, it's quite early. All right, so it's right here, right between abuse. So in here there is another video that you guys can't see, which is my video on self-help and disconnect today. And that is another I think even though it's banned, I think it's not searchable, but it might not be banned. Let me see if I can actually watch it. Hang on, let me. Oh, I can. Oh, yeah. So this content is not available in this country due to defamation complaint. Yeah, it's not available in Singapore because of that. Forever Dangers of the Self-Help Movement is like my first real accidental research deep dive. This happened because I'm gonna play this video so you guys can have a background at least. Because this is the sequel to it anyway. Can I use a VPN to watch the video? I can use a VPN to watch the video, but if I use a VPN now, it will mess up the streaming. I think it will lag the stream quite a bit, so I won't. Who asked to take the video down? It's Hun Ming Kwang. It is the guy who is the central figure of all this. Hang on. Give me a second. I just realized, what am I doing? I made the video. I have the video. I can just play it. Give me a second. I can just play it on my own video player. My brain is so stupid. Where is it? Okay. Blah blah blah. There we go. I'm dumb. I am so stupid. Why do I have so many versions? Oh, okay. It should be this one. Let me. Can I open? Loading. Alright, we got it. Okay, hang on. Let me swap my little window to my Viasa. Can you see it? Is this swapped? It's not swapped. Oh, you can't see it. No, VLC, why? Curse you, VLC. Okay, this is annoying. I'm sad. VLC doesn't let me play video on stream. Alright, it's just annoying now. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna talk over it. I'm lazy. Next up, this stream is no longer available at this stream. Alright, okay. Won't this stream be taken down? Oh damn. Yeah, you're right. It might. Yeah, okay, let's not do that then. Okay, we'll just talk about it. Alright. Alright. It's banned in VLC. I think there are a lot of like media players that don't allow streaming from media player for copyright issues. I think MPC Media Player Classic doesn't, but I'm currently using it to play the background music, so I don't really want to take it down and have to bring it back up again later. But yeah, so the Forever Dangers of the Self-Help Movement, that was my very first accident. That video came about, so that story is wow, by the way. I used to go to this like regular board game place. It closed down, but they used to hold like this meetup and gatherings for board gamers, and I went to one of these with my friends. And there was this woman, Michelle. She started. She joined our table, and we started talking, and we exchanged numbers. Her, me, and my friend, and another guy exchanged numbers, and she said she was a writer, and she was interested in talking with fellow writers about stuff. It's like, okay, cool. We can meet up and we can talk about writing. That's what I did. And when we met up, she started talking about Ming Kwang. And then it got really, really weird. And the rest of like the story is covered in my documentary about Ming Kwang. Like how he recruits is I think it's actually here in this How Cults Recruit video. And when that happened, I also found out, like at the end of this video I talk about it, my friend who had cancer was also approached, and she said, you know, the whole like spiel guy can cure cancer and everything. And I was like, okay, so this is a scam. This is a very specific scam. Who are you? What are you doing? And all the other questions came in. And it is now the longest running series on my channel because of that. Complete accident. I just happened to be there. They just happened to ask stuff, and I just went, okay, this is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a problem. You and me, we have issues now. We're gonna dance. And now it's a 4 video series. About to be 5 if I can get the next one out by the end of the year. But yeah, it is a complete accident. Like I said, a lot of these like deep dive research video on my channel, complete accident. I didn't intend to. I wasn't looking for it. Yeah. So this is Michelle. This name here, this is Michelle. I censored it at this point because the information wasn't public enough, but at this point it's fine already. So yeah, this is Michelle. And the other person who will join it is Chiu, and I think it's in another text. Yeah. Uncovers a self-help conspiracy is my longest running series on this channel. Yeah, this is basically my entire channel right now. It's like I uncover stuff, and then it becomes a thing, and it just becomes the most problematic stuff I've ever seen in my. I changed my banner recently. How to make a YouTube video, find funny story, discover horrors beyond human comprehension, make video. The self-help, I was actually doing when I was making the self-help video, I actually had another video adjacent to it in mind. I was gonna talk about Robert Kiyosaki, I think that's his name. It's another self-help guy who does like Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book, a self-help book. Like it was gonna be a generic self-help video on the self-help grift, and I turned it into the Hu Ming Kwong video halfway through because of that. And yeah, it was a complete accident. It just happened, you know. Red Dev, nice virtual plush, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. It's live, by the way. Yeah, it's a. Hey, did you not see? It's my finger there. I get my fingers into shot. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, you can see it now. Okay. Yeah, it's yeah, the trolley problem video thumbnail has the potential to be generational trolley video. Oh yeah. I don't remember why. I don't remember why I did this. Oh right. It's old philosophy videos, man. So weird. All right. So that's how the cult video started. And then we hit this Rob Voices of the Carly Flashman story. There's a follow-up to this story, by the way, but I don't know how I don't know if it's big enough to talk about. Carly's fine, apparently. There's been a lot of reports of people seeing Carly hanging out with friends and family. But she's no longer being a public figure on the FC stage. So yeah, that's the mini update. I've received a lot of messages from people who would talk about having seen Carly every now and then. So yeah, happy, I guess. Happier than what it is. Could I conquer a PSLE math paper? Oh, this the. Can I conquer a PS? I scored a 3 out of 100 on math, so no. My math got really good after I left school, though. For this FC video, right? How this happened was I was talking with a friend about, not a friend, I think acquaintance. Yeah, acquaintance about our experience on a dating app. and they were talking about how some people like to write long form messages, and I clocked it as autism. Like people who like long form messages are usually on the spectrum. Myself included. I have never been diagnosed with autism, but I do prefer long form messages. It's more comfortable to talk in, and so I was thinking, oh, I should bring up this example of someone on the spectrum being a good communicator. I remember thinking about, oh, there's Carly Fleischman. I remember seeing her on TV a while ago. It's like, maybe I can bring her up. And I was gonna send like the video of Carly, but then something in my brain just went like, what happened to Carly? I haven't seen her in a while. And that's when this whole thing happened, right? Facilitated communication, and everything just snowballed into this, right? Let me check the chat. Anything for me? Let me see. Caron, I want to admit most of my writing inspirations come from reading Eng's fanfic on AO3. It's fine. Reading is reading, so it doesn't matter where you're reading. The only kind of writing that I have a little bit of annoyance with is the Mary Sue smut fiction. That one annoys me a lot. It's basically how Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey was born. That is just blah for me. I don't get it. I can respect the sincerity of people writing it. I don't really like the writing. I think I'll talk about it in my upcoming video, the one that will be releasing next week, by the way. Is that the guy from Spider-Man? Am I the guy from Spider-Man? Or are you talking about Heathcliff and Roland? Is that Roland in Spider-Man? No, wait, I'm getting derailed. Damn it. I'm not even... You guys aren't even derailing me. I'm derailing myself. Okay, hang on. I can do this. I have so many videos to get through. And I'm just starting out at the real part. I've been thinking about making an update for facilitated communication because it has now become political stuff. There is now, I think in Italy, there's a politician that uses FC, and it's genuinely a problem because you didn't elect them, and you did elect the quote-unquote interpreters, and it is an issue because you don't really know who's passing the laws. There's another politician in Japan who is also using FC. That's another problem. I think that's not the right phrasing. There's another politician in Japan who's a victim of FC. I think that's the right phrasing for this. And yeah, I'm thinking of making an update for this, but I don't really know how I'll approach it yet. Yeah, but this one was, again, yeah, complete accident. Just a bit more and how completely abandoned the discussion on my chat. No, I refuse. The last time I got derailed too much, I overshot my stream by half an hour. I got really thirsty and I fell asleep because I was too tired. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Place your bets on Kelshi, I guess. Please don't. Kelshi is a nightmare. And no, I will not be making a video on Kelshi. How to couch recruit. Follow up to the couch video. I didn't want to do this, by the way, as well. This, I wouldn't say accident. This is out of spite. After my first couch video, I was like, I'm done. And then they took down my video. And then after they took down my video, it's, oh, this is war. I'm gonna make another one. Let's go, bro. I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna be even more careful. Yeah, I think I may have a go for the. No, don't do it. Illuminati already has that as a go. Roland from Ruina, bro. Oh yeah, it is right. I was thinking about Spider-Man because Steven brought up Spider-Man. I was like, is there a Roland in Spider-Man? Have you guys watched Brand New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day? It's quite nice. I didn't like that they use AI art for some of the concept art. That one was annoying. Kind of pissed me off. It might. I don't know about that. I haven't formed a full picture of my version of that, but I will eventually. I always have. Oh right, morality of AI works. Yeah. Just as I was talking about this. Yeah. This is my first video where I talk about AI and I actually like. Oh, this is my second video because I have another video talking about AI where I got entire segment wrong and I pulled it. I deleted. I didn't delete that video. I removed that video from public. You can actually still find it if you have the code, but I don't. I think the code is here actually. The link. Let's see. Is it this one? It might be the next one. Yeah, I can't remember, but I have another. Yeah, here. The AI still my art. Yeah, I was wrong about about half the things in this video, and that's why I put it out. Generally, I don't take down my videos, unless it's a mistake, right? If I have a bad opinion, if I am wrong about if I am philosophically, morally wrong about something, I will leave it up so that people can learn from the mistake. But if I'm factually wrong, I will take a video down, right? And that's the only video so far I've taken down for mistake. The movie was really great. Yeah, Brand New Day was good. I really liked it. The AI art thing wasn't fun, but I really did like the movie. Just now at the start of the stream, someone asked me what my favorite video on this channel is. It's Pong. I really like this Pong video. This is my favorite video on my channel, because it is the only deep dive video I did that is like a generally happy story. There's still kind of some like sad capitalist stuff, but this is my favorite video on this channel. This Pong video. I know not a lot of people watched it. I loved it. I really loved making it. I thought it was really cool. I thought the information I got was really cool. It's just really cool, man. The fact that this game that barely anyone outside of game design has ever heard of, made so much, is so relevant to games of today. Spaceball just it brings me an endless amount of joy to have researched, to know what they have done. The Rumble controllers that they made, holy shit, I am still amazed by it. Like this game from decades ago have Rumble controllers, have isometric mods, have 3D mods, have 2.5D mods, have a lot of the game design principle that we still use today. It is amazing. This game is absolutely amazing. This adding MIT introduced an electric shock to go with the explosion of your ship. That's a Rumble feature, man. That's a Rumble feature in the 1970s. This is mad. This game is so cool. The history is so amazing. I love this video. I love reading about this. This is so fun. Yeah. Let me go back chat. I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow on chat. It's that this blur thing that they're doing with like the Firefox and Waterfox browser, it's really pissing me off that I have to put my mouse over the chat so that it unblurs it. So annoying. Chiron, if I forgot I said this already, but watching Brand New Day made me obsessed with Spider-Person, who I used to be obsessed with when ITSB. What's ITSB? Into the Spider-Verse came out. Oh yeah, yeah. The whole Spider-Verse thing is really cool. It's one of my favorite storylines, by the way. I bet you guys can't guess who is my top 3 favorite Spider people. If anyone can guess, that would be really amazing. Boo! I did nothing. Chat's having fun. That's great. So yeah, alright. My favorite video is this. Pong, my favorite video. My absolute favorite video. I wish I did more. It's an accidental video because I was genuinely trying to research on Pong. And then it became not about Pong. And that was the best thing that ever happened. Not having it not be Pong. Having it not be Pong was the best thing that ever happened. I am so happy about this video. Even if nobody watched it, I watched it. I loved it. Real experiences. This one I think was like I was having a I was about to go on vacation with my family. That's why I made this. This was like a fast video. J.K. Rowling, bad take on poverty. I was watching Sean's video. That's why it happened. I'm gonna try to yada yada my way through some of the less research intensive stuff. J.K. Rowling is just a philosophical take on poverty and stuff. Philosophical video take on video essay take on poverty. Slavery. This video happened because one of the mangas that I was reading, Isekai Walking, introduced slavery as a pro-slavery concept, and holy shit, that was super jarring. I hated it. Everyone hated it. You know that meme of Scott Pilgrim kissing Knives Chow, and then everyone goes, and everyone hated it. Let me see if I can find it. Scott Pilgrim Knives Kiss meme. Why am I trying to look for a meme, man? I am derailing myself. You guys are right. I will derail my own video. There's so many Scott Pilgrim kissing. I love Scott Pilgrim. I am derailing my own video. No, don't talk about Scott. It's not loading. God damn it. No, okay, never mind. No, focus in. What the hell, man? I'm so bad at this. All right. Why is it not loading? Whatever. All right. Yeah. So, that's why everyone hated it. The manga, the English translation, the English scanlation. The team that was translating it got so put off. I think they got so put off by the slavery thing that they actually stopped translating it. So that little introduction of pro-slavery like killed the momentum for this manga, I think. At least in the English speaking world, people are like, ooh, not cool, bro, not cool. Alright, why are we looking at Mr. She's 17? Oh, dude, because that's the whole point. Like, it's like we saw the slavery and we're like, oh, that's not cool. Nobody liked it. So, Scott Pilgrim is like, she kissed knives and then like, and it was disgusting and everyone hated it. Yeah, that's the same feeling, you know. Can I give? Let me see. Oh, there's quite a lot of chat all of a sudden. Karan, you know, whenever I try to do research for writing, I always somehow get into a historical rabbit hole about wars or weapons or something. Welcome to writing research. That is gonna be your life from now on. T-Addict, your internet died for a while and you returned to see me talk about slavery. Welcome to my channel. That's pretty much everything about my channel. Watching Spider-Man. Oh, nickname. Hey. Watching Spider-Man Brand New Day was worth getting wet as me and my family went in the middle of a storm. Oh. I was like, worth getting wet. My brain just went to a completely different direction. I'm terrible. Yeah, Brand New Day was really good. I really liked it. Can I give us a clue on my favorite Spider-Man? I have 3 Spider-Man that takes like my top spots. One of them is a really popular Spider-Person. Spider-Person, not Spider-Man. One of them is a really popular Spider-Person right now. Another one is a really controversial Spider-Person, I guess. And the third one will be, how do I... the third one is a very normal adjacent Spider-Person. Yes, Spider-Gwen is one. Yeah, Spider-Gwen is one. Specifically, the Spider-Verse Gwen is currently my favorite version of Spider-Gwen. Miguel O'Hara, no, I'm not a big fan of Miguel. Miles is my second one. Is my third one, sorry. Is one of the 3. There's still one more. That one might be a bit harder because it's currently comics only. Miles is one of my favorite, particularly the 616 Miles, the mainstream Miles. Not so much the movie Miles, but I really like the mainstream Miles. I think because Miles Morales is my introduction to comic Spider-Man. I didn't read comic Spider-Man until I read Miles. And so for me, Miles Morales is Spider-Man, right? It's not Peter Parker. Peter Parker is just the Spider-Man that I know of, that everyone tells me is Spider-Man. But Miles is Spider-Man, which is great because he is Spider-Man now. So yeah, so it's Miles and Gwen. So those 2 are the easy one. The third one is the hard one. The third one is currently, I think, my favorite Spider-Man, by the way. Call of Singapore. I don't think there's anything I need to talk about this other than what has already been said. Yeah, completely insane rabbit hole, man. It is... I can't believe I've spent so many years on my life on this one single weird cult self-help group thing, and that I am about to spend more because the story isn't over. I'm just waiting for stuff to drop, right? Man, this is insane. Philosopher videos, Why Are People Evil series. The Why Are People... This one happened after Trump got elected, you know, but I needed something to process my confusion about it, and I think the Why Are People series is helpful in helping me process that whole thing. Nickname Spider-Gwen's story was so good in the Spider-Verse. I love her so much. Yeah, I think Spider-Verse Spider-Gwen is really, really good. I think she's my favorite version of it. The mainstream Spider-Gwen has slowly lost a lot of my like, because but she's getting it back, the main comic Spider-Man, because like there was a period of time where I think the writers didn't know what to do with her after the creators of it stepped away from making Spider-Gwen. The Spider-Gwen that was still, you know, in Earth 65 was really, really nice, but then when they brought her to the main continuity, I think people didn't really know what to do with her, and now they are starting to find their footing in writing Spider-Gwen again. So yeah, I think she's a really cool character that needs more good writers. A lot of comic book characters they're like on a do or die thing depending on who writes them, right? I will never forgive Zeb Wells for his Spider-Man run. Oh, that was terrible, I tell you. I hated the Spider-Man run. I'm doing that stuff again. Let's see. Maybe it's because I've only watched the Spider-Verse films and played Lego Marvel games, but Miles and Miguel are one of my favorite Spider-Folks. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really get into Miguel, but I do understand why some people like Miguel. I think Miguel's quite cool. I think Miguel is one of the more like morally ambiguous Spider-Person, and I think if I had been born earlier, Miguel might have been my favorite Spider-Person. But currently, it's not Miguel, my favorite Spider-Person. You guys still haven't guessed it, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys will. But it's cool. Another clue. There's only one of this Spider-Person right now. I've not seen a second version of them. I've not seen another like second mainstream version of them. There's only one version of them right now. They haven't been in movies or anything, so there's only literally one version of them right now. Yeah, so Why Are People Evil is my way of trying to make sense of all of this thing. And then we hit Zamza. This is another one of those accidental research. I was looking for a file conversion, open source file conversion software, and everyone told me to use File Converter. And I think I talked about this in the video itself, but when I went to fileconverter.org, which was the website that all the old links linked to, and I downloaded it, and I realized it was not File Converter, it was Zamza. And what is going on? How did this happen? What did this do? And I started reading up on all the pull requests, all the chat from all the logs from Adrian's GitHub pages, and I found out the history of Zamza. That Zamza bought File Converter, the website, to do whatever nonsense bullshit marketing that they are doing. Very happy to report. Oh wait, the knife's kissing me. Oh, here, this is the meme. But it was horrible for everyone. That includes you. Yeah, that's the. I got derailed again. Oh, damn it. Okay, hang on. Never mind. File Converter. I'm not gonna get derailed. All right. File Converter. Very happy that the Zamza File Converter is pretty much gone from the search page. Fileconverter.io, which is the official File Converter page for Adrian's File Converter, is still up here. Very cool. Zamza has been knocked down. Very cool. You know, all these. Very cool. Actually, let's check what fileconverter.com is doing right now. It's gone. That's funny. Okay. That's hilarious. Yeah, they lost all their momentum, which is great. I'm happy that at least I made the video so that a record of what they've done is still up here. Yeah, File Converter, accidental deep dive research into an obscure open source software that many people have not heard of, but everybody should have used. Yeah, accidental research video again. Weird life I have, man. Really weird life. Let's see. Right, once I'm done going through all the video, we'll talk about other stuff. I want to talk about Epic the Musical as well. That was cool, by the way. Really happy you introduced it to me, Illuminobi. Zamza. Hong Kong. This is my first overseas travel video, where I'm on a travel vlog thing, and I wanted to do something. Eventually, it'll be followed by Japan. Will I make another travel video essay? I don't know if there are any other countries that I want to make one about. I guess another country I would make about is the US. I've traveled to the US before and it was terrible. It was not great. It was not great. Okay, it wasn't as bad as it would be now, but it wasn't great. I might do a video if I ever travel to the US. I don't know. We'll see where we travel to. Netherlands? I would like to make a video on Netherlands as well, maybe. Denmark? Sure. Yeah. Fascism and media literacy. Let's talk about my favorite wait video. Why are people even video? And it's because it is about... Wait, I want to do the job. My favorite wait video is because it's about...
Bus company.
Yeah. This was fun. Going through... This is my first real literacy deep dive. Researching all about... going back into Don Quixote was fun. I really do like the literary history of Don Quixote. I think it is one of the cooler stories that a lot of people try to recreate, but they pretty much always fail, let's be honest. Don Quixote, not always fail, but it's always different. Not always fail. Yeah, it's always different. It doesn't fail. It's just always different. And you know, looking back on it now, right? I think that give me a second. Let me get it to the point where I can show everybody's face. Damn it. Screw it. Looking back on it now, all of their stories, all the Limbus character story, right? They all have one recurring media literature thing, is that because these stories are great classics, right? Every single modern version of it right now, most of it is interpretation. I guess I'm going to talk about Epic the Musical because it is Odysseus' story, the Odyssey. Let's take Odyssey for example. The Odyssey, for example, right? The original Homer epic is nothing like Epic the Musical. Epic the Musical, for those who have not watched it yet, Epic the Musical is a musical based on the Odyssey, the original Epic Odyssey. I did not listen to just the musical. I watched the animatics because of my aphantasia. Listening to pure musical is really, really painful for me. So I watched the animatics, the musical animatic. This one, the full movie with canon animation and subtitles. I don't think I can play this. Yeah, I think it'll get copyright. I can, but I watched this. It was really good. I'm really, really happy that I was introduced to it. But this musical is not entirely faithful to the canon of the original, and that is the thing about all these old classics and epics, is that the version of it that we hear nowadays in modern times is that they are reimaginations, so they will never be a one-for-one anymore. It just cannot be a one-for-one anymore, right? The core of the story, the thing that make these epics is that the core of the story just doesn't age. It's always good. So Don Quixote is always good for Don Quixote, or it's always about this chasing between the dreams and the difference between the dream and the reality. Moby Dick is always going to be about this obsession with the hunt, and yeah, and all of the other epics, right, are all about the variations of these very solid, very tried and true themes that will just never really age. Hellscreen is gonna be about family and obsession, and it just works. These themes works, and then we just retell it for the modern era. Epic the musical is different from the Odyssey, the Epic Odyssey, in that it questions a lot more about the wisdom of war than it does for the classics. The classics is about this dogged pursuit of returning to your loved ones, and there are some moralities thrown in, there are some stuff about the gods thrown in, but Epic the musical, at least I feel, is very much about the analysis of this relationship between between Odysseus, what's the god's name? Damn it, my brain is farting. Artemis? No, Artemis is the goddess of the hunt. Who's the goddess of war? Who's the goddess of wisdom? Damn it! The name! It's on the tip of my tongue. Damn it! Hang on, I can do this. Don't make me Google this. Goddess of Athena. Yes, correct. Illuminati got it. Damn it! Before I got it. Gah! Yeah, it's more about like the definite. Athena is like the goddess of war and wisdom. And it really explores that the relationship of Odysseus with war and wisdom through that, and how that defines like a more modern morality of it, right? I think it's really cool. I think it's a really nice adaptation. I think it's very I like that Polites is given a more central role in this. I think Polites as a character for this adaptation really worked, because Polites, the trope that Polites and the personality, the ideas that Polites embodies is better explored in modern context, right? Because in I think in the original epic, Polites is only mentioned once and dies at Circe's. Yeah, I think so, right? And it's not as heavily explored. So I think the adaptation was good. While on the topic of classics, may I, out of curiosity, ask you what your favorite classical author is? I have a very weird relationship with classical authors in that I don't like any of them, because my position on classical literature is that you need to read them in the context of their time. I think I've said this before on this channel, but classic literature has to be read in the context of that time. And because of that, it's very hard to enjoy it as a person in modern times, because it's not written for us. That's why a lot of people without good media literacy misread and misunderstand classic. Just take a look at all the weird blue checkmark people on Twitter that came out after the Odyssey came out, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey come out, right? They misunderstand what the classics are. They don't understand what the visuals of it are supposed to be, because they read these classics as if they are modern works, but they're not. They are classics because they are from the past. The thing that you need to explore is not the story, it's the themes and the emotional beats that carries over, that has lasted all the way to today, right? And that's why I don't actually have a favorite classical author, because I don't enjoy classics the same way. I enjoy the analysis of it. I enjoy the exploration of its themes. I enjoy the exploration of its of how they are told. Like Don Quixote, I love talking about Don Quixote. I hate reading Don Quixote. Right? I love talking about it. I hate reading it. Same thing. Even with like older non-classic book, but just older books like Lord of the Rings. I love talking about Lord of the Rings. I love talking about its lore, it's the way it's written, the way it's constructed. I hate reading Lord of the Rings. It's too old for me, right? I just have a really different relationship with classical authors. Nickname, I like the different takes on the same story since we can get different perspective, characterization, themes, etc. Yes, that's the coolest part about all these classics, is that they're old enough that we can just adapt it and then change it and then make it our own, and we can like modernize the viewpoint of it, because some of these stories can get very weird, like certain aspects of like slavery and stuff. I think Shakespeare is one of the best example. Shakespeare's works were written for the common masses of the time, but we have like modernized it to, because of how theater is a very it's a more like very expensive cultural stuff now. It has been uplifted to this virtuoso of theater, when it's not. It is Pulp Fiction of its time, right? Shakespeare was written for every commoners to perform, for common theaters people to perform. So if you take Shakespeare in like context, it is a very different thing from what we explore today. And it's always really weird when people don't take classics into context, right? People, especially like the weird like sexist and racist people, I don't understand how they, oh man, this is all the racist sexist people, they like talk about these classics as if it's like filled with white people, there's no like gender whatever shit. No, it's filled with it. Shakespeare, in Shakespeare's time, most theater performance was done by men, so there's a lot of cross-dressing involved, right? Gender is a huge part of theater back then. All these kind of contexts, really interesting, really cool. I don't know why people don't think it's cool. I don't know why people like to talk about all the other not cool stuff, right? Let's see. Not even Jane Austen, not even Oscar Wilde, not even Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Genuinely, yeah, no, I don't enjoy those kind of classical authors in the same way. I enjoy the thematic, the emotional, the storytelling analysis, the beats, all the less nuanced stuff, the things that are not in the words. I enjoy the story. The way they're writing, the writing doesn't do it for me, because our language has changed so much, right? Sherlock Holmes is Arthur Conan Doyle, right? So the language has changed so much. It just doesn't click in my brain as enjoyable reading anymore. I grew up with the first generation of computers, the first generation of mainstream phones and mainstream computers. So I came from like this in between where there's like 7 years where I don't have any technology, followed by 7 to 8 years of no technology, followed by 8 years of diving headfirst into technology. So my understanding of the way conversations and text and English language works is so vastly different from other generations now, that it's gotten that it's a bit difficult for me to just read classics and go like, oh, that's this is well written. I mean, I understand it's well written. It's not well reading for me. And so I like to analyze their stories more than I like to read it. I really like the Sherlock Holmes mythos. Sherlock Holmes is one of my favorite mythos that exists. I like all the modern take on Sherlock Holmes. Hey, Nanipko! Nice to see you again. I hope you're not as tired as the last time and that you can enjoy the stream a bit more, right? T-Addict, my internet went off again, so I missed most of the classic discussion, but I strongly agree with the fact that the classics can't be enjoyed. They still are good stories. Oh yeah, you can definitely enjoy it. No. That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm saying, by the way. I cannot read the classics and enjoy the reading part of the classics, as in like the language part, just the English language part, like reading the forsooth thou forsooth thee thou all those stuff. It really gets to me. I don't enjoy that process, but the story are really enjoyable. The stories are good. I just like the modern retellings of the story more because it's written in a way for modern linguistics to understand the stories, right? Like I think I showed a picture of it. Where is it? Here. The Newsroom. The Newsroom is Don Quixote. The Newsroom by Aaron Sorkin is just Don Quixote. It is by all definition a classic retelling, but it is done. It is in like a newsroom with modern lingua franca, with modern terms and like computers and internet and news and journalism and whatever, right? All these more journalistic integrity, all these like more modern standards of stuff. But it's just Don Quixote, and the Don Quixote story is good. Don Quixote as a story is just good, right? And that's, I can enjoy Don Quixote as a story. I just can't enjoy the old Don Quixote language. Like if someone rewrote Don Quixote beat for beat as Don Quixote but uses modern language, I will enjoy the reading process of that, right? Because Don Quixote as a story is just good. I just can't personally enjoy reading old English or old grammar of English or old writing style of English, because I think that's just a personal preference of it. I'm not built that way. I'm not built to read that way. So while I can enjoy the analysis, I love the stories. I love these old classics, the beats and the stories of it. I just can't enjoy the writing of it anymore, right? I think I've come across more iterations of a classic story than the original itself. Yes, correct. There are so many iterations. Limbus Company is just iterations upon iterations. Moses in Limbus is Sherlock Holmes, right? All that stuff. Roland is the modern iterations of King Arthur. You know, it's just there are the story is good. The story is good. Like I really like Epic the Musical. I don't like after I watched Epic the Musical, I did try to read the original Homeric the one of the Homeric translation. Yeah, didn't really do it for me, right? Are there any languages you don't mind reading the older forms of? I currently only read. I'm only reading literate in two, which is Mandarin and English. And honestly, not really. Water Margin for those. Oh, this video came out before the review for the Water Margin aspects of it. But yeah, Water Margin. I prefer modern retellings of it. Suikoden, the Pinky and Limbus Company, right? I do own a copy of Water Margin. I have read it. I didn't enjoy it in the linguistic sense. So yeah, I don't think there are any old language that I've enjoyed the reading process of. I do enjoy the stories a lot though. I really wish that there was more people who would like rewrite it for modern stuff. I mean, there are, but they're usually adaptations. It would be cool to see someone like rewrite the beat for beat of the old story in modern language, right? T-Addict, do you realize that not every classic uses the DAO language? It's not just the DAO language. We're talking about the grammar of it. We're talking about the writing style of it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy I did read it when I was younger. I did enjoy reading it. Those are still close enough to our modern language usage for it to be enjoyable. Like I can still connect my modern language usage, because I didn't learn English the traditional way. I didn't like go to school for it. I didn't study literature for it. It's all self-taught, which means a lot of my language skills comes from applications and usage. So my ability to enjoy the language comes in how much it is practical for me to use it. And that's why it's a bit harder for me to enjoy old language, I think, because I didn't really study it that way as well. There seems to be like a cutoff point in writing that is enjoyable. I think it's about, I don't know, 1970s, 80s, around there, and then the writing kind of starts fading off for me. Lord of the Rings is the example I would give, like, for, you know, the old language, the old Dao language. Lord of the Rings isn't written in like Dao Di, all those kind of old English, right? But Lord of the Rings writing is too old for me. It is too old because if you read Lord of the Rings, it uses a lot of writing conventions that are common for its time. It writes in very descriptive and flowery languages. Those are very common for things written in that era, I think. Those are more common for things written in the era, I should say. And it's because the way their language works, the way they express through their description and their grammar has changed enough that it can annoy people of today, right? The story is still wonderful. It's just the English of it is really hard for me to enjoy the language of it, because it's too far away from what I learn on. If someone can enjoy it, if someone has learned the grammar, the nuance of the language of that time and can enjoy it from the time, it is wonderful for you. I think that's amazing. I think you guys can enjoy something that I can't, because you have contextualized the language of a different era into your modern usage. Fantastic. It's just something that I can't do, which is both slightly disappointing and also a little good, because it gives me a kind of clarity when I analyze writing that is a bit more difficult when we look at classic literature as a monolith. I guess it depends what one considers a classic and where the cutoff is for modern. But yeah, that's basically what it is, you know, like where does the classic ends? Like, is classic Star Trek classic, that kind of stuff. It's still like modern, it's TV, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Dick, I personally don't find the prose hard unless it's like Shakespeare levels of all. Yeah, so that's your cutoff point, which is good, because that means you can enjoy more stuff in context. My cutoff point is sadly a lot closer to our time, which is bad in the sense that I can't enjoy a lot of old things in context. But it's also good because it means that it wasn't that hard for me to understand why certain writings shouldn't be taken in the contextual of age and storytelling. Okay, hang on. I need to hydrate. I'm really thirsty again. Okay, talk too much about it. All right, gonna go back to what this video is actually about. Holy shit, that was a long derail. You guys really are very successful in derailing me. Or rather, I guess I am very successful in derailing myself. Zamza part 2 is just this is the part 4 video of the Cult of Singapore, I guess, right? Oh man, this is the part 5. Are you serious? Oh man, I've done 5 parts on Hun Min Kwang already. That's insane. Okay, damn, I've spent so much time on it, you know. Hydrate, don't die. Yeah, I'll try not to. Yeah, the same goes for me in Japanese writing. If it's too old, then I have trouble passing it. Yeah, if you have like, if you are bilingual, trilingual, and you read like some of the really old languages of the other stuff, this difference becomes very, very obvious. I'm trying to think of the right words for it. Like old Chinese, right? Traditional Chinese and basic Chinese and modern Chinese is very different writing. If you can read old Chinese, there is a art to it because it is more iconographic than modern Chinese, and it can like deepen your appreciation of language. It's just the effort that you have to put into learn it is really high, which is why I think like TEDx, you know, if you've been able to push your cutoff point to quite far back, which is really good, you should continue to do that. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean that people shouldn't do it. I am very my interest in the English language is in forward usage. I am very interested in the future of how the language evolves instead of because I understand how language has evolved from the past to here, and I can like study it kind of objectively, in a not in the sense that, oh, this is a better way or this is a more beautiful way, but in more like, okay, all these are different command of the language, different levels of command, different types of command, different types of grammars of the language, and then we hit the modern time. And then what I'm very interested in as someone who studies the language is what comes next. How does this language evolve? Where do we go from here, and what can we use from here? Are there like different methods of writing and styling and translation and the way we localize stuff? What is gonna change from here on out, right? That is my so-called like professional interest in this thing. TEDx 4, also the classics will allow you to read Crime and Punishment AOT. Yeah, smart is a great way for letting people. I just wish like I wish I give smart. I wish I have a better love for smart. Like it's the same with Epic the musical, right? I was only able to enjoy this because there's an animation, because my Aphantasia makes like a full musical very hard to enjoy. It's very sad for me that I can't enjoy certain stuff, because sometimes it's skill issues, sometimes like with musical it's like biological issues, but yeah, but I think it's good in the sense that I've come to accept that people can enjoy different things for different reasons, and for different reasons different from mine, which makes, for me, right, at least, which makes studying them a lot more interesting. It's so cool for me when I study a writing style that I am either unfamiliar with or unable to appreciate, and try to like break it down. Like musicals, while I was listening to the Epic the musical, I kept learning new things about how musicals are written that I thought were really cool, that just improved my knowledge on writing, and I can see myself like implementing this in the future of my writing as well. Would it be useful to know the past to better analyze the future innovations in the English language? Yes. So I do I don't know how to spell analyze. Analyze or SE, depending on your country of origins. Yeah, you do have to understand the past. You have to at least understand the past. But understanding the past and enjoying it I think is very different thing, right? You can understand how something is made, but not enjoy the process of experiencing it. I think that's where I am with old language, is that I understand it, I can read it, I don't enjoy it as much as I should, as much as I could, not should, I guess, right? That's my position on it. Let's see. We're talking about Gaza here. Out MPS. Complete accident again. Saw Rebecca's video, and then I got into a rabbit hole that ended up with a two-parter. My second two-parter, I think. This is the second two-parter on my channel, is it? I think it is. It is the second two-parter. About to be three-parter, right? Two-parter, delving into this really weird social media account, man. Like, who would even know this account if I didn't get into it? Oh, NPS is so weird. It opened up an entirely different world for me. Like, it just knowing this account exists has given me so many rabbit holes to dive through. The fact that these kind of accounts are a thing is it's a huge, I don't know if it's a curse, man. It's just finding a story that's normal. I thought I was doing a story about just like fake social media accounts, and it just become this thing where I talk about a bunch of weird ass accounts that are just trying to pretend to be a resistance online group. Yeah. T-Addict. Wow, I successfully derailed the stream to. Damn it! Illuminobi must be so happy right now. God damn it. That just kind of pisses me off. Right, you have derailed the stream. Congratulations. I didn't even occur to me that you were derailing the stream. Nadim Gao, I'm going to crochet while I listen. I'm making shirts for my family. Oh, that's cool. Crochet is so cool. Crochet is oh damn it, I'm gonna get derailed again, and this is all my fault. I need to there are cool stuff about crochets that I know. That's all. I'm not professional in crocheting. Nickname. I think fanfics are a good way practicing writing, and hey, maybe you write a fanfic so hard it becomes original. That's how 50 Shades of Grey worked. There was a fanfic for Twilight that became alright, I'm almost done. Alright, five videos left. 2 of them are whips. Whips are easy. Right, whips are just fake water, Kangen water. Alright, history behind Kangen water. How this happened is my friend's mom bought a Kangen machine, and at first it was like, no, fine, spend money on Kangen machine, whatever, personal money, your choice. And then became a distributor, and once that happened, I went like, oh, that's MLM techniques. That means MLM tactics means scam. Scam means I have to look into it, and I actually poked this off for like 1 whole year, working on this, because I felt like there was something else under this Kangen water machine thing, and I was right. It turned out to be entire thing where the let's see if I can bring it up. I don't know where I put it. Where there's an entire powerful lobbying groups in Singapore that's writing the laws that is the law that is meant to regulate these things are being written by the people who have a means for the profit of these things, and it's so it's obscure. I just hate it. I just wanted to like go, hey, water, man, just drink it, it's fine. Which reminds me, I need to drink water again. Yeah. So yes, another video where I was completely derailed into a deep dive research. Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern. I think getting derailed is just a me problem right now. I'm getting derailed in my stream. I'm getting derailed in my videos. I might have a problem. I might have a problem. Okay. All right, this is my. Okay, I definitely have a problem. Okay, I'm just getting derailed. All right, damn it. Okay, right. Kage water. That's it. Oh, this. Oh wait. It's quite cool. All right. Japan. May will only use a better big. Project Hail Mary is. Is it a deep dive? I did a lot of research for it. That's for sure. I don't know if I consider it a deep dive. The only reason I started reading it is because, I was looking for reviews on Project Hail Mary after watching it so that I can do some media analysis, and I learned that Andy Weir is weird, and you know that just happened. Okay, all right, I did do it. I did finish going through all of my video. I'll be honest, I expected to have finished this like an hour ago. I kept getting derailed. Jesus, this is terrible. Illumini, I've been playing Arknights for the past hour. What are my favorite epic songs? Oh, when I goes 300 men. Yeah. I don't think I have a favorite song. I have favorite choruses. Because so here's the thing about alright, okay, so I've learned something about writing musicals while watching Epic the musical, which is that repetition and choruses are so important in musicals because when songs and musics are playing, you kind of have to barrel on through. You can't pause for dramatic effects. You can't do exposition dumps. So repetition in choruses are the ways where key story beats and information are actually passed down to the viewer. So that's what I've learned about musical writing, because I've never been much big have the time, not interest. I've never had much of the time to do like musical analysis in the sense of like musicals, not music, right? So this was quite a nice experience to see. The 300 Men beat was very nice. Polity's songs about the kindness, the open. I try to remember. This is where having aphantasia really sucks, because I can't bring up the memory of the music very easily, especially while another piece of music is playing in my ear, and I can't play the music on stream as well because it might get struck. Yeah, but Politis intro song was very, very nice as well. I think those two are my favorite. Oh, Athena's entire interaction with the gods, I really like that as well. I thought it was really cool. It's one of the few non-repetitive things, because at that point you're at like the finale and the epic, you're absorbing, your brain neurons are firing, you can like fully absorb the story, so it doesn't need a lot of repetition. But they do still do repetitions within like the beats of trying to prove each god's trying to prove to each god. That repetition sticks in your head, which is great, right? Yeah, so those are my three favorite. I am ADHD personified. I have not been tested. Getting tested in Singapore is very annoying, so I have not been tested. So I wouldn't say. Get some rest. Hope you're okay. Don't worry about man. I'm fine. I get hype sometimes. Illuminate. I have a lot of favorite songs. There are so many good songs. Politis Open Arms song. Yes, Open Arms. Is you grew to like the other ones. Besides, after everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Oh yes, that was so epic as well, right? Yeah, which is why like the analysis for epics, I like doing it. I will say that Epic the Musical have prepared me more for Otis's canto than I expected. Like, because I enjoyed the Epic the Musical so much, I went to read up more on the original Homeric epic, and I'm now more prepared to analyze it than I expected I would be. So when Otis canto come out, we can go through it together more. 600 Strikes was also one of my favorite. Yes. 600 Men, not 300 Men. Why did I say 300? Probably because of 300. 600 Men. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Epic the Musical is good. I'm really glad you introduced that to me. Nickname. Honestly, my favorite changes on what song currently play on loop in my head. Yeah, I wish I could do that, you know. I don't get earworms very much because of my aphantasia. So sometimes the I can't get like the earworms doesn't really stick a lot all the times. Kind of sad for me sometimes, especially when it's new music. I have to keep like actively singing it for it to retain itself. Otherwise, I need to find like hooks, points of it where I can remember, and then I just learn a song. The songs that I remember how to sing are all I have to spend time, like a lot of time learning it if I really like it, right? Yeah, that's the downside of aphantasia, man. Yo, I give up on the Spider-Man. All right. My third, my favorite for Spider-Man is Otto Octavius. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man. I really like Superior Spider-Man, especially in the final arcs of his run. I think Superior is really good Spider-Man. I'm very disappointed that they had that whole reset, comic book reset thing, where they cut off his story arc for Superior Spider-Man. The same thing with Iron Man. My favorite Iron Man is Doctor Doom, and when they cut off Doctor Doom early, I got really angry because Doctor Doom was such a good Iron Man, right? They understood the assignment. The writers for these versions of it, they understood the assignment of Spider-Man, of Iron Man. What are these characters about down to their core, right? The whole responsibility of power, and for Iron Man, it's the addiction, the ability to fight your addiction, right? And the writers understood the assignment, and yeah, that's why they're my favorite. Illuminate. I placed a hold on Emily Wilson's translation of the Odyssey book, but it had like 900 people on the waitlist. Yeah, the cool thing about the translations. All right, I'll talk about the localization and translation. This is what I meant by the writing of the old doesn't really come across to the modern stuff. That's why we have like localizations and translation circles, where we have to write as if it's for a modern audience in modern locales, and it creates issues where direct translations and localizations don't always gel, and it becomes like, can we fit this spirit? Is it for more artistic senses, or is it for more educational senses, right? And academic sense. So yeah, that's another like issues with like classic versus modern. think we're just. You said that Superior Spider-Man was only in comics as a hit, which isn't true, since he was in Lego Marvel's Superheroes 1. I didn't know that. I didn't play Lego's Marvel. Alright, I was wrong about that. I'm really surprised that AVA has such a complex story. I thought it was just cool fighting at the start. Also, I really liked the sound effect in the first episode. Scratch a nostalgic intro. Right, AVA is really cool story, right? It is a silent film. No spoken words. Sometimes they have like written text, but that's about it. And that's why I think AVA is like one of the best animation of our era. I put it up there as like one of the best piece of media of this generation, right? And it definitely was just cool fights into the start. But I think Alan Becker, the creator, right, started to really explore his storytelling chops at I think like AVA 5, and it really started to bloom into this wonderful world with cool animation and non-verbal storytelling. And if you watch like Animation versus Minecraft, man, the entire series is just an epic movie. It is Endgame's level of epic feeling when you watch it. It's just so cool, right? I could analyze. I think I could analyze the entire like series of it just to, but I'm not an animator, so if I ever do that, I would like to like something I would like to do is like invite people who are in other art fields to talk about it on the stream and just like go off on it. But that may be like a future thing, I think. Headache 4, I love how even after the stream's main idea is finished, we can still derail it from the ending. That's the point of the stream. It's just derail me as much as I can. I am going to end eventually, because I have run out of water. So it will end when I get too thirsty to continue, I think. Superior Spider-Man was so cool and refreshing. Felt bad for Peter though. Yeah, I think Superior's best period was when he was coexisting with Peter Parker in the period after they split and after the Jekyll arc. I'm talking like a freaking nerd, man. Yeah, but that was the best period because they really played off each other. And I really miss Superior Spider-Man. It was such good characterization and such a good arc for Otto. The reset really I think really hurt. The fact that they keep resetting story arcs to status quo for comics really annoys me, because they could just evolve it, right? A lot of characters in comics are evolutions instead of resets, especially the less popular one. The less popular you are, the more your character evolves, and I think that's cooler in comics. Like Iron Man, Captain America, they keep going back to the same status quo when they could actually just get better, right? When Falcon was less popular, and then they turned him into Captain America, that was an evolution, and then he got really popular and then he can't evolve anymore. But yeah, when you let them explore it, you get Captain America. That's how cool evolution of characters are. Yeah, and that's it's really sad that they don't do more evolutions of characters, right? Can we derail the stream until Aiden dies of dehydration? Please don't. Okay, I'm setting a time. All right, 10 minutes. I will shoot the crap for 10 minutes. Nickname. A favorite spider variant of mine was the Unlimited Spider-Man series, where Peter got stranded on an alien planet fighting with a high evolutionary, and I'm sad no one else seemed to know about it. I didn't know about it. I don't know about it. I'm not everyone. There's too many comics. I can't read all of it. I'm very selective about my comics, by the way. I don't read all comics. I see something, I try it once, and if it doesn't click, I just never touch it. I actually dropped off Peter Parker as Spider-Man like midway through Zeb Wells' recent run because it was really, really bad. I really hated Zeb Wells' run. He didn't understood the assignment, I think. And when I drop off something, I can really fall. I was reading like Spider-Man side stories for a lot of stuff, and then once I dropped off, I only read Miles Morales. Yeah, I feel like if this like interconnected weave writing of yours doesn't work in one spot, everything just breaks down. I do really like the Unlimited series, by the way. I don't like the platforms that it's posted on, but I do like the Unlimited series. I think it has a lot of good writing. One of my favorite characters has one of the best characterization in an Unlimited series, which is Gwenpool. Does anybody know Gwenpool? I love Gwenpool. I love how my classic Zero wasn't even attached. I just have to hyperfixate classical literature. This stream is just a bunch of people hyperfixating on stuff to get me to talk until I die of dehydration. That's basically it. I should just call it some other stream, like derailing of dehydration stream. Man, 4 years. I've been doing this for 4 years. Man, my channel was supposed to end 2 years ago, I'll be honest. But I kept doing it because I think I just enjoy it. I kept finding stories that I felt like I have a moral obligation to tell. It didn't even matter that I don't get a lot of views. I just felt like I have a moral obligation to record that it's happening and that people should know about it as much as I can, right? Yeah, that's like my position on making a lot of my videos. And the more I find stories like that, the more I just keep going. Of course, I've heard about Gwenpool. She was in Fortnite. God damn it, Gwenpool is so good. She's not just in Fortnite. She is amazing. Her run by Christopher Hastings and Gurihiru is so good. It is one of the best comic series ever. I will die on that hill. I can't believe that people only know about Gwenpool through Jeff the Landshark and Fortnite. Like, Jeff the Landshark didn't even happen in it wasn't even a OG Gwenpool thing. Jeff the Landshark came in like a West Coast Avengers comics, which was also good. But okay, now I'm getting derailed on Gwenpool. God damn it. That's current Superman comic. Oh, you all right? Superman. I'm not a big Superman guy. Okay, I'm gonna jump away from Gwenpool. This is definitely, you guys are definitely derailing me onto comics right now. I know that. I'm just going to accept it because I want to also talk about it. What is a Gwenpool? God damn it! I'm gonna fight you. Alright, no. Okay, Superman. Superman. I'm not a big Superman fan. I don't really like reading Superman comics. I like reading, but I really like certain Superman comics because I feel like a lot of people don't get the assignment for Superman, and that's why a lot of the comics mainstream stuff doesn't really do it for me. It's too much super strong punchy punch. When Superman is best when he's not about just punching people, right? Superman versus the Klan. That was a really good comic series. Also illustrated by Gurihiru, who I really like. Right? It's less punchy and more about the morality and responsibility of Superman. It's very Superman and Spider-Man are the same. It's about the responsibility and emotions of it. So when you just twist them into punchy types, it's not the story doesn't click. Which is a recent Superman run, the recent short run of Superboy Prime, really good because that's that's key Superman storytelling. It's about Prime trying to find out how to be his own Superman and what Superman stands for in his own way. Prime, forget the pun, Prime Superman storytelling, right? That's my position on Superman. I like Superman, but I think too many people don't know how to write Superman. Same thing with Spider-Man, Peter Parker at least. Same thing with Gwenpool, surprisingly. Gwenpool was basically canonized by Christopher Hastings in his runs. And Gwenpool, people think it's just a low-cow version of Deadpool. But Gwenpool is, for those who don't know, Gwenpool is a character from the real, quote-unquote, real world who entered the Marvel comics like Superboy Prime. But instead of being instead of having like Superman power, she's just like a normal person who can fight, I guess. And she eventually can break fourth wall. She gains fourth wall breaking powers. So the artistic directions for her comics are very cool. She can like flip pages and attack through panels and all that stuff. Really cool paneling works in her comics. But her soul is that she is constantly on the verge of cancellation and she just wants to exist. And she has to come to terms with that kind of existence. And she keeps like changing variants between writers. And it depends on like whether or not writer can understand that soul concept of her. I think a lot of comic writers and comic fans don't understand the soul, the core concept of a character, which is why we get so many bad comic takes, like people not understanding what Spider-Man does. Like that Spider-Man fan film Spider-Man Lotus, that was terrible. Yeah, people didn't understand the core concept of each of these characters. T-Addict, I think Superman is a conceptually boring character. Like, here's an immortal superhuman who can only die with a green rock and is a symbol of hope because no human ever felt powerless before. That's the concept of Superman, right? The surface concept, and I think that's what a lot of people think of Superman, and that's what I thought of Superman for a very, very long time. And then I read Superman and the Clan, and that clicked for me, like, oh, that is Superman. That is an amazing Superman story. And then I read Superman Lost, and then I went, holy shit, this is a really, really good Superman story. I understand. I don't think I can put into words yet like what the core concept, the core of Superman is. But the concept and the core are different things. Like, concept is Superman immortal, punchy, Spider-Man, spider powers, tweep. But the core of it is like Superman is constantly wrestling with his humanity because he is so immortal, he is so godlike, but he just wants to not be godlike. So, and he wants and the best part of Superman as a person is his humanity. It's not his superpower, it's not his ability to fly or anything. The best Superman story explores Superman person. Same thing with like Spider-Man. The best Spider-Man story is not about like Spider-Man tweep. It's about him exploring the juggling between like the responsibility, the sacrifice of his normal life for this superhuman responsibility of protecting people. And which is why, like, I think a lot of people don't like Superman, because writing good Superman is really, really hard. But if you've read, I recommend Superman Lost. Superman Lost is my favorite. If you're into like media analysis, Superman Lost is a really good mini series to get into, like to try to analyze what is it about Superman that makes Superman. Really good. I never really got into Superman comics until I was in a low point in my life, and out of curiosity started reading them again. He gave me hope that things will get better. Yeah, that's basically like is like the humanity of it, like that, right? Theatic 4. I think mentally, no, I don't think she's not okay. As a comic series, it is pretty good. Oh, is Gwenpool okay? Gwenpool is fine. I think as a character, she's in a good place. I think as like in editorial sense, I don't think so. I think Marvel doesn't know what to do with Gwenpool, and all the writers who knows what to do with Gwenpool aren't mainstream. The people who know how to write Gwenpool are the weird writers who are good with side characters, because that's what Gwenpool, I think that's what Gwenpool does best, being a side character. The latest run is weird, right? I think people don't know what is the magic of Gwenpool, and that kind of makes it hard for her to appear in the latest run of Gwenpool is weird, but I think it fits Gwen as a character. I think the writer understood, but because it's so like non-mainstream, most people don't like it, and I think that's the curse of Gwenpool, that she's too weird to be easily approachable by mainstream audiences, and I don't know when we'll see another Gwenpool again, right? It's really sad. It's the same thing with Kamala Khan, with Miss Marvel. That only a few writers can really write her well, and that's like very restricted, because Marvel doesn't want the weird writers to write. They want the name writers to write. This is really, really stupid. Just give it to some weird writers who want to do weird things with characters, man. Those are the coolest stuff ever. Wasn't there an entire arc where Gwenpool had an existential crisis because a series might get cancelled? There were two. No, wait. Yes, there was one. Yes, there was one entire arc based on that. Yeah, the ending was really good for that. Yeah, I really liked it. I think this is volume 2 of Gwenpool. She got retconned into being a mutant, but that's part of her power, to retcon herself. So she's not a mutant, but she retconned herself into a mutant. I think that series really... There are currently 4 Gwenpool stories that really get it. The Christopher Hastings run, that arc where she got cancelled, I can't remember what's it called, but that really got it as well. The West Coast Avengers run also really understood Gwenpool, and so does the latest Gwenpool series, but not a lot of people like it. But I think they understood Gwenpool as well. So far, the people who wrote Gwenpool, like, most of them know Gwenpool, but I feel like the editorial don't know what to do with that, and so Gwenpool doesn't end up in more stuff. And yeah, I don't know, man. I really miss Gwen. I really miss a lot of these characters. I miss a good Miss Marvel story. I miss Champions. Champions is a good series. I really miss Champions. We're just talking about Marvel now. In terms of DC, I really miss White Knight. The DC White Knight series is really good. The DC White Knight Harley Quinn is my favorite character. It's my favorite DC character. Harley Quinn is my favorite DC character, and the White Knight Harley Quinn is my favorite version of Harley Quinn that was ever put into page. And yeah, I'm going to end the stream. I think I overshot it by 5 minutes again, but my thirst is really finally getting to me. Okay, everyone. I will be ending the stream. I am very thirsty. I might die of dehydration if you don't see me next stream. Oh yeah, next stream is next week. I decided the next storytime stream is next week. I decided to... Today's stream is basically just a bonus. I'm just here to having some nostalgia. Drink water. Yeah, I'll try. Okay. Please try not to derail my stream too much. Or maybe I should just bring more water next time. I should bring a gallon or something. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Kanto Time teaser is next week. We'll talk about it if my stream comes out after the teaser, of course. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.